The songwriting module is it's quite loose, it's quite student-led. The idea is that you come out with a portfolio of songs and we basically help you with whatever you need, technical instruction and help. The artistic input is your own, it's your own direction. We help you with what you want to do and how you want to get there, because we have the advice people, the sort of business advisors here. I do the songwriting side, so I can focus in very, very directly into the songs, the technical sides of the songs, all aspects of structure, lyric, melody writing, those kind of things. The course itself, the actual module, you end up with a portfolio of songs, but you do some collaborative writing as part of the course. You do an analysis of an artist that you nominate, their oeuvre, you know, what makes it distinct, how they use structures, how they use lyrical devices, so forth, those sorts of things. In other words, to make you look at great work, to do good work with other people, and then you end up with an output of your own at the end. That's the idea of it. We think this is a very constructive course because it actually addresses how the business is today. Things like the collaborative element, very, very strong part of it. If you get signed by a record company, they'll make you collaborate, trust me. So collaborative writing is very important. Keep coming back to that. The collaborative part of it is the actual, the marketing as well, expressing yourself visually as well as in terms of the presentation of the songs, of course, are important. But putting the whole package together so that you're ready to go streaming, so that you're ready to go through all the media, that we're good at, we concentrate on that. One of the reasons, just to sum it up, is that doing a course like this is a way of getting about 5 years experience in areas that you don't even know exist when you're a young artist and you're concentrating on your songs and your singing, but there's so much more to it. Now, for instance, just talking about myself for a moment, I learned little by little, year by year, how to do stuff. And I wish there'd been a course like this, because you can accelerate through all of this stuff. You can find people that you can ask that question you always wanted to ask. In this building here, we have people who can answer almost any question you've got, and they'll know from experience, and they'll tell you, explain it to you well. That's the great thing about LCCM. So that's what it is really. It's a kind of acceleration, fast track way of taking your ideas and what you might want to be as an artist and actually making it real. And the course takes in not only artists and singers, but it also caters for producers, because it is very, very important for producers to understand songwriting and to understand all the different strategies that you can use to take a good idea and make it last for 3.5 minutes. You know, having one really good idea is okay, but you can flog it to death. You know, you can make a boring record out of a good idea. And the idea that producers should know more about songwriting is a very valid one. All the good producers I've ever worked with were very sensitive to songs. They weren't just into their sounds. They weren't just into some kind of abstract way of creating a moment or something. Yes, that's all good, and producers who do that are good. But actually songwriting, particularly in the modern world, again in the modern world, getting that piece of product so that it's the right length and it doesn't bore people, it's got interesting sounds, and it's got all of those extra aspects which come and help make your record something that basically people want to listen to more than once. I was once working with a great 60s artist, I had loads more hits, you know, Hot Dinners, blah, blah, called Manfred Mann. He said the definition of a hit record is a record you want to listen to again. That's why producers should know about songwriting. What makes the master's course different and above an undergraduate level course is the detail that we go into. I mean, obviously the same aspects exist in all things performance songwriting, but when you go up a level, you can look in a very detailed way at things like your own creative process. Because instead of doing work that's supposed to please the tutor, you're now doing work that's supposed to please the world, you know. So you need to be more focused on fine details. Things like your creative process, things like the finer elements of writing a really refined lyric. Those are the kind, instead of at a lower level, in an undergraduate level, where you say, yes, that's good student work, we sort of put that on one side and say, now this has got to stand on its own. That's really what we're attempting to do, to lift you above that level so we don't give you the same kind of criticism.